Teddy, I'm gonna need you to tell me which of these microphones sounds better. This is the webcam microphone that we're running right now, because even though these guys were on, my lapel mic was on when I turned Streamlabs on, for some reason it didn't register it. And so now we don't have that as an option unless I turn off the stream and start everything all over again. So this here is the webcam microphone, and then this right now is the microphone for my computer. So which of the two microphones would you say we should do this stream with? So just let me know which of the two. This one's better? Okay. That's fine if that works. If this one sounds better. I don't even know why that happened. It's being annoying. So I changed providers, and it has been a hot mess. Like a hot mess. So terrible. So first, the internet. The router wouldn't work. They had to do, so I got faster internet for a better price, and I was like, okay, great, faster internet, cheaper price, all of the great things. The webcam has background noise? Okay, well then, I guess we'll go with this one. So, I was like super happy, because I'm thinking, yeah, better internet, woohoo! But then the router didn't work, so apparently the high-speed internet, the level of speed that I am paying for, is not compatible with the only router that they had that actually worked. So for the last couple of days, we've had lower speeds than what I'm actually paying for, because they need to send a technician back out that can figure out what the issue is with the whole why the other routers weren't working. I'm supposed to have the most recent router, the newest version, but that one didn't work. That guy was here for hours, and it's like, okay, great, but we got it done. We're figuring, build it while we fly. We're figuring it out as we go along. And then all we had to wait for was the mobile phones, because I was moving 3 of the lines so it could bundle it all together and it could be like really affordable. Well, it could be cheaper than what I was dealing with before. So the phones arrived on Wednesday, and we were all super excited. I knew that they were arriving on Wednesday because I received an email. So I told the guy who was going to be doing the porting, the one who sold us the service, to come today at 4:30. He just left my house like 15 minutes ago, and we had so much chaos. Like, I was in the middle of school, so my classwork, my college classes have started, which is why I hadn't been streaming, because I'm trying to cram 8 weeks. It's already an accelerated class. It's accelerated, so they took a 16-week class and turned it into an 8-week class. And I'm subsequently trying to turn an 8-week class into a 2-week class, because I don't want to buy the textbook. And I get 14-day free trial, and I'm gonna see if I could get all the work done in 2 weeks. I might actually be, there's a chance I'll pull it off, because today is the 14th, and even with the fact that I interrupted schooling to deal with this whole phone thing, and instead of it being like a 30-minute situation, it ended up being like 5 hours. I'm currently 2 weeks ahead, or yeah, it's about 2 weeks. So today is the 14th. It's Pi Day, by the way. Happy Pi Day, everyone. I posted on my X, literally Pi Day. No, because it's like a digital version of the textbook. It's the textbook and the code. And it's like the main part of it is the code. I think the book by itself is only like $40. And so, yeah, it's 130 altogether. And you can't, like, the access code is only good for like 6 months. That's how they get you. That's how they make their money. Well, that and making mild grammatical revisions and fixing spelling errors and calling it a new version of the book. But you can't buy the old version, because this is version 5. And they fixed 2 pages of spelling errors. Textbooks, man. It's a scam. But I don't want to buy the textbook. Mind you, the textbook is only going to cost me about $7 because I go to college through my GI Bill. So the GI Bill sends me a book stipend, but because it's a 3-credit class, they only gave me $125 and the book is $130 plus tax. I'm guessing it's going to be about $7 out of pocket. When I was thinking that the VA was going to cover the whole book, I'm like, yeah, cool, I don't care. I'll pay for the whole, I'll get the book. I never worried about it. When I have to come out of pocket for any portion of it, I'm like, I think I can finish this class in 2 weeks. So I've been like working so hard. And today, what I was saying when I got distracted about Pi Day, today is the 14th, and I'm currently halfway through the work that is due on the 29th. So, there is a chance, and my free trial ends the 25th. There's a chance that between now and the 25th, I'll actually be able to get all the work done. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm so serious. I've been doing so much work. And the first day, because it's the first day, and you have to do all of the syllabus stuff and all of that, there was actually the first day they're due on the first day. There was like 11 pieces of graded content. And then every day after that, there's like three. I think I was looking at all the modules, and it looks like there might be like 1 or 2s that have like, some have 2, some have 3, and very few have 4 things that are due in a day. So the first day had, that's the wrong square to fertilize. So the first day had 11 graded items that I needed to like do and submit. And that included quizzes on the syllabus and all that stuff to make sure that you're not just like saying that you read it. That's how they try to get you. And so I did all the things, and I got ahead. I did some of the things that were due for the 13th, and then I did some of the stuff that was due for the 15th and the stuff that was due for the 25th. And I am now into March 29th territory. And if I stick with it, I think I can get this done in the trial period. For one, it's a computer class, so it's kind of easy for me because I love computers and I've been doing the computer stuff since forever. Not forever, that's not true. I'm too old for that. Since I was like 13. And I think the first computer we ever had at home, I was like 13. I think I was about 13. I was either 12 or 13. And that was early access because my dad is a computer technician, and that's why we were able to get a computer easier, because he had the plug for all the computer parts. But back then, this is the 90s. And in the 90s, if you weren't like comfortably middle class, it wasn't actually that common to have a computer at home. But I got blessed by virtue of my dad's job. Fellow 12-year-olds did not really have computers yet. This was back in the day where it was like 1 computer per household, and it was in a main room, generally like in the living room, So like there was no privacy. Privacy for who? What is that? No, we've never heard of that word. They're over here trying to pray that if you're doing anything questionable, it's like if you're in a chat room, you're just hoping nobody walks behind you or gets nosy and starts looking at the screen. Man, y'all don't know the struggles that we had to go through. You didn't have a laptop. You didn't have a computer in your room. No, there was one computer, and it was in a very common area because everybody was using the computer. I'm telling you, like, the struggles of trying to, like, you've never seen. This is why our generation thinks that they can multitask, is because we had to click off of stuff so quickly. We had to learn all the tricks. Like, no, I'm doing homework. What are you talking about? Fun times. But yeah, it took forever. It was so frustrating to deal with the internet, switching over, to deal with the cell phones. And I'm gonna summarize the last 5 hours of my life. We were tethered to customer service trying to solve this issue. Do y'all want to know what the issue was? You'll never guess. The people at the company, when they were shipping out our stuff, they mislabeled the SIM cards. So 2 of the lines were getting new phones because it was a free phone offer. But John didn't want to change his phone. He's got a pretty good phone, a really good phone, so he didn't want to change his phone, so he was just getting a SIM card and put the SIM card into his existing phone. However, the people at the company messed up labeling the SIM cards. So a 45-minute job turned into 5 hours because some lazy schmuck at the warehouse or wherever they, send out SIM cards from, didn't double check their work and put the wrong label on the SIM cards. So the SIM card that was supposed to go on one of the new phones got labeled as if it was John's SIM card. And I was just like, when we realized that that was the issue, we were so frustrated. By then, we'd already, like, the guy, the representative, because it was an offer. They were going door to door, bundling home and mobile. So we got the service. I liked the price. It was better price than what we had, and so he came to do the porting once the phones and the SIM cards and everything had arrived. And he's like, well, we could try to go to the store. So we drove to the store. We were going through so much stuff. And 5 hours of my life. I was in the middle of doing schoolwork again. And I planned to finish schoolwork. I was planning on finishing everything that was due for the 29th and then do the stream. And I would have been done so early and streaming so early because at 4:30, I just had one more thing to do for school, and it should have been like 30-45 minute situation to activate the phones and port over the phone numbers, because like the big thing is we were keeping all of our phone numbers. So that's why he was coming over to help, so that he could do it on like their tablet thing. And they just turned something so quick and easy into 5 hours. Where we even for one of the phones had to go into the store to get it fixed. And actually, John's phone still doesn't have service. To be completely honest, look. I know that it may be cheaper for companies to outsource customer service to other countries. I get it. But they need to do something about how they're training or lack thereof. Because I was very specific. And I joke around when I struggle pronouncing certain words, because there are certain words that I do struggle pronouncing. And I'll joke around on stream and I'll be like, oh, it's because English is my second language, so it's okay. But I say that in a joking manner. There's just a couple of words in the English language that I have a hard time pronouncing. But even native English speakers have a hard time with some words. So that's not really an exclusive thing to, you know, an ESL person. And I consider, like, I'm not trying to think too highly of myself, but I consider that I have pretty good English. I think my English is pretty decent and like not hard to understand. But the customer service lady, I as soon as we were finally done, and when I say done, that's like not actually done. It's kind of it's a misrepresentation of what happened, because really we just got tired and we're like, you know what? I'll just go into the store tomorrow. If it's not fixed when we wake up, I'll go into the store tomorrow and have them fix it. That's basically how we ended after all those hours. I felt like drinking, and I don't drink. I drink maybe once every 2 to 3, once a quarter. That's about how much I drink, because there's about 3 drinking holidays that I observe. So it's like, I may drink at Christmas, I may drink at New Year's, and maybe 2 times throughout the year when my brother comes to visit, I may drink. That's like 1-2 drinks tops, because drinking makes me sleepy. So I got off that call and I really, really considered just mixing myself a drink. I was like, you know, that soju's really calling my name today, because I was so frustrated. I was so concise with the young lady. I told her what we came to realize with the assistance of the other salesperson that had come the original day when I, signed up for the service. He was looking on his system and there was things that he could see, but he couldn't change. So he realized that the issue with the SIM cards just being mislabeled. So we're like, okay, cool. We know what the problem was. We can have more, like, con más propiedad. Like, we can speak more directly. We actually know what happened. So I call the support person and I tell her, we received our devices. We were having issues activating the devices and doing the port. But I took phone B, which was my mom's phone, into the store and they resolved the issue. However, we couldn't connect my son's phone. And what we came to the realization is that the SIM cards arrived mislabeled. So, the SIM card that we have available to put into my son's phone needs to be assigned to his phone. If I give you the number for this SIM card, will you be able to put it onto my phone, my son's phone, and so he can have service? And she says, yes, no problem, I can go ahead. It's so, what you want me to do is to switch the phone numbers from phone B to phone C? I'm like, no, I didn't say anything about switching numbers. This SIM card were mislabeled. And the only SIM card we have left is assigned to a different phone because they came mislabeled. I need you to take this SIM card that I will read you the numbers for and assign it to phone C. And she said, okay, got it. Can you read me the numbers? I read her the numbers. We're on hold for like 30 minutes. And she says something about, oh, we can't use that SIM card. What about SIM card number whatever? And I'm like, ma'am, the only SIM card we have available, I know that this number you just read out to me is the SIM card that should have been in my son's phone, but I've already explained to you that the SIM cards were mislabeled. And the only SIM card available to put into my son's phone is this number SIM card. She's like, oh, well, about phone B. I'm like, don't talk to me about phone B. There is nothing that needs to be talked about phone B. Phone B has service. It was fixed at the store. Do not touch phone B. We are trying to resolve the issues for phone C. Can you assign this SIM card to phone C? No, I can, well, so I'm summarizing. These are the cliff notes. We're already about 2 hours into this debacle, maybe 3. And she's like, well, yeah, I can see where there's an issue with the SIM. I can just order you a new one and ship. I'm like, no, ma'am, you will not ship. I have a SIM card right here. I want you to assign this one. And she's like, no, well, because the thing is that it's assigned to the other phone. And I'm like, okay. So then the salesperson, she's like, he hops in because I had the phone on speaker, and he's like, ma'am, I'm with your company. I'm the one who sold this service bundle. If I go to my car and get a brand new SIM card that's never been assigned or attached to anything, can you take that SIM card and assign it to phone C? And she says yes. So he goes and gets the SIM card, and we read her the SIM card number, and she's like, okay, I'm going to activate it. And we're on hold for like 30 minutes, and then she comes back on the line and goes like, so about SIM card number blah blah blah, which was one of the SIM cards that had been shipped to us that I had already explained to her we don't have access to. Because essentially what they did at the store, they didn't realize that was the issue. Plus I only took one SIM card in, and it was the wrong SIM card, so he threw that one out and assigned a new one to phone B. And I thought I was pretty clear with what I wanted from the phone representative, but I must have not been speaking very clear English. Now, I have the patience of what some people would call a saint. Mind you, I've taught soldiers in the army and maintained my cool, and I've taught children and maintained my cool. Now, for someone who has wrangled cats, also known as a kindergarten classroom full of 5-year-olds, it takes a lot for you to get me to the end of my rope. Now, it got to the point where I started yelling at this poor young woman, and I said, I wasn't like yelling, but I was being firm and very, very elevated in my tone. And I said, ma'am, is there anybody else I could speak to? Like your manager? Or, just someone who knows what they're doing better, because you don't seem to understand what I am saying. I feel as if I'm being very concise, and that my English is pretty clear, and I don't understand where the disconnect is. There is nothing that you should be talking to me about phone B, because about 45 minutes into this interaction, She's still talking about phone B, which is not even in the equation. And I'm just like, there is no reason you should be talking to me about phone B, because phone B was resolved at the store. We are talking about phone C. The only thing I need you to do is assign this new SIM card to phone C, because I've already explained to you twice what the problem was, where the disconnect is. So, I need you to please just do what I'm asking you to do. And so she's like, no, ma'am, I understand what you're saying. It's just, and then she repeats back to me the correct information that has nothing to do with phone B. And I'm like, okay, great, we're on the same page. So why are you having such a hard time solving this? I just need you to assign this SIM card to phone C so that phone C can have service. So then she's like, well, there's something wrong with that SIM card, and I think I'm gonna need to ship you. I'm like, you don't need to ship me anything. So then the representative, the salesperson, he's like, ma'am, if that one didn't work, I can go back to my car and get another SIM card. It has not been assigned to anything. So he goes out, he gets another SIM card. We're on the phone for like another almost 30 minutes. The whole phone call was an hour and 17 minutes. Mind you, we'd already been trying to deal with the whole phone situation and connecting the phones for like 3 hours. Because he got here at 4:30 when our appointment was. He walked out of my door at like 9:15. All because somebody mislabeled the SIM cards.
Think about the person that the other SIM card.
No, they were all our SIM cards. They just like the one that was supposed to go on Mama's phone was labeled John.
Wait. Well, I was just sitting at the TV when you asked to speak to a different person. I was just like sitting on the couch just watching the TV, like YouTube on the TV because I couldn't use my phone.
Yeah, so she finally, like, we get the other SIM card and we're just on hold, and like, I don't even know if he has service yet, because I finally got frustrated. I'm like, how much longer is this going to take? She's like, oh, it shouldn't take too much longer. We're just it looks like it's gonna go through and like it's gonna register the new SIM card, so just give us a little bit of time. And so she's saying, this woman had the audacity to say to me, it shouldn't take too much longer. By the way, it's 10:14. John still doesn't have mobile data. Like, he still doesn't have data. But, so she says to me that it shouldn't be too much longer, because it looks like the registration of the new SIM card is gonna go through. So then I tell her, well, the phone's about to die. And she's like, oh, okay, I get it, I understand. So how about I call you back in a little bit so we can verify that it worked? And I said, okay, yeah, that's fine. And she says, so I'll call you back in like an hour. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Didn't she literally just say that it should just be a little while? It should just be a few more minutes?
Would you like to hear my side of what happened?
Gosh. Yes, what is your side of what happened?
So, it's Uncle got here, and then Uncle got here, and then I went upstairs and just did some code, came back down, and then that was about
Mm-hmm.
and so then I went to play, and also and then
goofy stream.
Yeah, it's goofy stream. And then I think Emmy is left before dark, bit before sundown, and then just like having conversations like now.
Yeah, y'all are so cute.
And then
Dark. Like it was night.
sun was like a bit similar exactly like you guys. So it was covered by houses. It's at that point you got back, and then it was just kept talking for a bit, and then I went over, opened the account, and started watching the video on the TV. And I was after a few minutes of even like fixing what I lost. And so then I was just watching, and then at the end, for the night like just the progression
Of me. The progression of me losing patience. Like, oh man, look. Anybody who hears this out there, who's a teacher. Yeah, because it's not on the regular mic. Everything decided to go against me today. The mics were turned on when I opened Streamlabs, so for some reason I had to end up using the microphone for the computer.
Say that you can't hear me.
Yeah, John just let me know that he can't hear himself on my stream, so the whole story that he was telling probably didn't get picked up too well on the microphone. But my favorite part is where he says he was listening to the progression of me losing my patience. And like,
And
the
it's
thing
just
is,
like I started hearing the part where you like asking for a different person, and it's just that's a very aggressive voice.
that is my very
It's like
aggressive
very
voice.
aggressive, but it's just a thing of feel. It's not like very aggressive, but for you, it's like
yeah, like aggressive. Yes, it's aggressive for me. So you may not think. No, you may think that I'm gonna be here if I was in person. Like, but it was just like, look, oh Teddy, you're sending me invites, and I'm so busy telling my story. My bad.
And so then I was just there for a bit, and then after a bit, like we just talked for a bit.
Send it again, please.
And it was finally at the point like, he's gonna have to leave before we're done with the phone. So then he was just there, finished the guacamole with the tortilla chips, and then
Party.
and so then we had some conversations about things getting some stuff for him. And then finally he left.
And the guy was still here, and we
then I
still
came back.
have. And like the thing about it is, this is 5 hours of my life that I was not planning on losing. After all of that, John still doesn't have mobile service.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna have to go into the store tomorrow and have them solve this whole debacle situation, this hot mess of a situation, and all of this because one person didn't double check that the right SIM card was with the right name label.
And I specifically remember the phrase, not the rose gold phone.
I don't like for the oh my god. No, you didn't understand. Like that woman kept bringing up phone B, and I'm just like, phone B is not part of the equation. Oh my god. Like I'm chuckling about it right now because it's over, but in the midst of it. So anybody who has ever dealt with younger grades, especially kindergarten, you will understand how hard that is. And to be put in a situation where you don't lose your patience with a gaggle of 5-year-olds that aren't your own kids, so you can't like take away their electronics or like send them to their room or pop them in the behind. So you gotta figure out how you're gonna wrangle those cats in school acceptable ways. And I didn't lose my patience in the classroom, but I lost my patience with this woman. I am not a let me speak to your supervisor kind of person. I can generally get things resolved with the first person that I talk to. So for me to turn into a Karen, where I'm like, let me talk to your manager.
You really did
I-
kind of sound like
Because
you were in your most aggressive tone, and then you just can we like speak to a manager or just like anyone else?
I'm also like, I'm not confrontational in person or over the phone. So the level, like the place that you have to take me to for me to be so out of character that I would say something as like high-key messy as, can you transfer me to your manager or someone who knows what they're doing better than you? Like that, it's just, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. My mom says that when she heard that, she just felt so proud. It was like, yeah, that's my daughter. But like, I will be aggressive in defense of another. So like, you gonna catch these hands if you messing with my family. If you're messing with my child, you're gonna catch a whole car. Forget about hands. But like, if you're messing with my family or really close friends, like you'll see the mildly. I have a lower threshold of patience with people. Like, for the people that I love, I am just different. I have a higher level of patience for myself. So like when things are going wrong for myself, I have a lot more patience. I don't have a lot of patience for people like disrespecting my child, and I don't have a lot of patience for people disrespecting or trespassing against my family. But when it's something against me, I am so docile that I will ask my mom to deal with things for me, and I'll be like, can you just return this for me? I'm so averse to confrontation for my own things that I will have my mom deal with it. Like, I am almost 40, y'all. I have like 2.5 years away, 2.25 years away from being 40, and I still have my mom deal with things for me because I am so non-confrontational. But for me to get so frustrated for something of my own, to literally just say to someone, let me talk to your manager, or someone who knows how to do their job better than you, because that's not even asking for your manager, that's like directly telling you, you can't do your job. I want to talk to somebody who can do the job. And John still doesn't have mobile service, which is crazy to me. After all of that.
So I will not be able to accompany you back in person.
No, I'll just take it to the store tomorrow and they'll fix it in person.
I will not be able to accompany you.
Accompany me to where?
That.
What is this moving dot? Oh, it's a party member. It's like, why is there a dot moving towards me? What is this? Hello. Hello. So that was my day. And I was so okay, so I was at the point where I was like, I want to punch something because I um I need to do some of these missions. I don't know where Silver Winging It is. Silver Winging It. Because it doesn't show me anything on the map. That's why I was just looking on the map. I want to figure out this Silver Winging It thing. But also, what is this? Search this area. But I didn't find anything in that area. Well, let's try. Guess. Go to this area. Go in this direction of this area. Where? Well, that was the wrong thing. I shot a deer, not that skunk-looking thing. Where did it go? Wish I should have gotten some of those tracers, but I actually don't think I have the recipe for that yet. I'm searching this general area, and I see nothing. Don't see anything.
Yeah. It's just like, it's so long. It's uncle and I were just on the train. It's just walking back.
Wait, what?
We were just having a conversation. I learned what's wrong with the car.
With Uncle's car? What?
The gasket.
Which gasket?
Just the gasket. And the oil.
Oil gasket. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
So, yesterday, I don't function well when well, I'm not the only one. This is not exclusive to me. I'm not special. But I don't function well when I don't get good sleep. So yesterday, it was a whole hot mess of heap of things. First, the dog started scratching at his kennel at around, I don't know, 5:40-ish, 5 something in the morning. And I know that if I don't deal with it, he will eventually start barking. Because he is not a naughty dog. So he doesn't do that just because. Like, if he starts scratching, he really cannot hold it in anymore. So, 5 something in the morning, I drag myself out of bed, go deal with the dog, come back upstairs, and a little bit after 6, so I hadn't been back to sleep for very long, is when my dad wakes up to get ready for his work day, because he works from home. But it's still 8:30 to 5, so he wakes up to start doing his things. And the thing about the morning, the early morning, when you're asleep or just fell asleep, is that everything sounds so much louder than if it was like in the daytime. And that woke me up. Great. Woken up again. That's like 7-ish. Cool. My dad finishes what he's doing, I fall back asleep. And then the internet people show up. Now, the company that have moved to, the whole deal was that it's supposed to be a faster internet for less money period, but even less if I bundled with the mobile. Now, 3 of my 4 lines didn't have any contract or anything tying them to the previous, so the price was slightly better with the new carrier than the old carrier, and it all just made sense. So, since we had issues with the internet, setting up the internet, they sent a technician out to run new lines from the pole to the house, because it'd been a very long time since we'd had that company before. So, you know, they figured the old lines had probably degraded and it should solve the issue to just run new line from the pole to the house. Cool. I was very specific, and I told via text, so there's no way there could have been any confusion. I told the representative that sold me the service that he reached out to me and asked me if I was okay with the technician coming out so that they could do that job and see if that helped the internet get better so that I could get the speeds that I'm paying for. And I said, as long as it's after 4:30, because my dad needs to, like, he can't not have internet. So we can't have you cut the line for the internet to our house before 4:30. He's like, okay, I'll let him know. So then yesterday, I'm already not having a good morning because I had to deal with the dog, and then I ended up waking up again right away because, you know, everything sounds so much louder in the morning. And 9 o'clock rolls around, and the doorbell rings. And my dad calls out to me, he's like, I think someone's here from the cable company. Mind you, it's after 9, so he can't deal with it because he's got work. So I roll out of bed again. Basically just fallen asleep maybe 20 minutes earlier. And I go down, and it is a technician from this company, and I'm like,
Was it worth
I
swapping?
said that I couldn't have someone here before 4:30. He's like, yeah, but I'm here to run the line. I'm like, you cannot run the line because I was very specific. And I said after 4:30, Monday through Friday after 4:30. He's like, oh, well, the problem with that is that we're done, like, going home at 6. Like, that's just when we're done. So we can't start at 4:30 and be done in time, so we'd have to come back on the weekend. And I was like, yes, that's why I told my person Monday through Friday after 4:30 or on Saturday anytime. And he's like, oh, well, then I'll have to come back on Saturday. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, because I read it in the email that your salesperson specified after 4:30, but I was trying to see if I could get it taken care of early in the morning. And I just look at him, I'm like, my dad's already logged into work. You cannot cut our internet right now, which is why I said 4:30. And he's like, okay, well then I'll be back on Saturday. And I was so livid. I'm like, y'all. See, but the thing is that I can't even say, oh, maybe I shouldn't have switched, because a couple of those things aren't like the company's fault per se. It's like people in the company just doing whatever they want.
What is that? Better.
I don't know, maybe I could have just talked to my old service because I had two different service providers for like cell phone and the home stuff. So part of what I liked was bundling it all together. So like now it's like, oh, everything's together. I don't have to deal with two different companies and it just felt like it would be more convenient. I was so wrong. I thought wrong. But yeah, it's so much. So that was yesterday. And so all of that mess really just like messed me up for the rest of the day. I didn't do school yesterday. I didn't stream. I even though I took my medicine, I still was kind of just like non-functioning yesterday. Of course, my level of non-functioning is I can take care of John and that's about all I have in me, but still. Excuse me. Amen. No, because basically when I don't function, I still, my minimum don't function is I still take care of you, but nothing else happens. So today my plan was I'm going to do all the work that I didn't do yesterday for the college class and all the work that I had previously planned on doing today. So I was gonna play catch up. And I was like, yeah, I gonna get some of it. I can get a bunch of it done before the support person comes out to do the phone thing, and then after that, I'll do the rest of it. Amen. Amen. After we deal with the phone thing, I'll come back to class. I'll do the rest of it, and then maybe, depending on how I feel, I'll stream.
Bless you again.
Amen. Again. So, my schoolwork was pretty lengthy, but I was super happy because at the pace that I was going, I was going to be able to finish the 2 days of schoolwork, which is basically 10 pieces of graded content, not counting the things that I have to read for the textbook and the PowerPoint, but 10 pieces of graded content, because the only way for me to finish this class in 2 weeks is to do 5 pieces of graded content per day. And I was on track to catch up by like 6:30 probably, because when I went downstairs expecting I took a break around 4 or like 3:50. It was like 3:50. I took a break. I finished one of the graded assignments. I took a break and I was like, okay, this is a perfect time for me to just call it for now. And ooh, flow tree. Could you guys come over to this? Oh no, you guys aren't in the game anymore. No. Teddy and his sister. Let me open the chat and swap. Okay. What is the color of my flare? Is that orange or red? I think that's orange.
That's what's happening.
What?
The Steve's good.
Steve is always having some sort of sale.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie.
Only 27.
Do you think people would understand that I mean orange if I write flow tree at OJ Flare? Probably won't. So let me. How do I want to go back, but I don't want to delete. No, don't you chop it. I'll give it one swipe. So that I get it. Today is coming. So when I went downstairs, around 3:50, I was pretty confident that I would be good. Tell you what, I said yes already. I already clicked accept. Why does it keep like not? Why does it keep being a boot? A boot. I was on track to be done with all of March's work today. I don't think you're gonna make it because there's a whole bunch of people here. Sorry.
Really?
Oh.
Half-Life Alex is like it's 66% off. It's only been up for 4 years. So right now, instead of $60, it's $20. Guess I couldn't really know that because they haven't made a game.
Where am I supposed to solve the silver winging it? Where am I supposed to go? Because I don't see this on the map. Like, not you, because I've been there so many times. Can't find anything. I'm gonna teleport to the other map, see if it's on the other side. That was like so frustrating because, like, really, I would have been done with all of March's work today. Because I was just counting, like, yeah, we're gonna port these phones over, and all good. And I'll come upstairs, I'll do these 2 assignments that I have left that are due on the 29th, and then, you know, Friday I can start in on April's work. And yeah, no, not happening. And I was thinking, like, I'm gonna do that, and by like 7 at the latest, I'll do a live stream and you know, do a catch up and just give the updates on my shenanigans about school, just because I'm trying to not spend $7 out of pocket. And I just had so much hope for my day today, and it was just like, nope, access denied. Access denied. Alright, I'm going to take Sifu, talk to Seki in the underground, but I can only do that at well, actually, it's almost 6, so maybe I could finally catch him during the... What hours is he in the underground? Because I've gone to the underground during nighttime hours, and I haven't seen him, which is a little frustrating. But it's frustrating because now, like, for tomorrow, I'm gonna have more work to do. I think it's kind of easy for me because of the nature of the class that it is. So, like, because it's a computer class, and because it's a class that I've already taken and I just couldn't transfer, it does make it a little bit easier. But this is a class I took, like, 11 years ago. So it's not like the information's actually freshest in my mind. It's not like, oh, I just took this class last semester. No. It's been a bit of a long time since I took the class, but I was pretty like hyped with myself, like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna try it. So like I said that on Monday. Monday I did 11 pieces of graded content, coursework. Tuesday I did 5, and then I was like, okay, Wednesday I'm gonna do 5. But then Wednesday came and I just wasn't, I wasn't feeling great, so I ended up not doing Wednesday work. So then today I was like, I think I can catch up. I think I can catch up because, I just have to focus, which I can do when I take my medicine. So I took my medicine and I'm like, yep, we're gonna do this. We're gonna catch up. And then this chaotic mess happened. The chaos of today happened. Is annoying. Because I was so set. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna finish all of March's work today. And be a little bit ahead. What time does this guy show up down here? That's my thing. Because if I know what time, then I could just be here at that time. I can come back, and everybody's like showing up, so it's making me think that maybe this is around the time that he shows up. Wow, lucky coins are expensive. It's a whole heap of no. Too rich for my blood. But I'll probably, like, once I'm hoping I can do at least one mission if he'll show up. Is this not where he shows up? Because this is the underground, right? No map available, but I'm pretty sure this is the underground, right? Look, I just want to at least complete one mission. Like, we did some fishing, we did some running around and failing at finding a mission, and now I'm like wondering where on earth this cat is. Is it not at the register? Is it just like walk around down here and hope I run into him? What time does he show up? Oh, around 9? Okay, thank you, Teddy. But, like, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I'm generally honest, but that's just a habit of speech saying that. I almost want to, like, do this mission, call the stream, and hop back into my class, because my level of determination to not have to buy this textbook. He's at the bar? Oh. That's where I'd like to be. Not really, because loud music would just make me angry. But I'm high-key considering, like, doing this mission and then just, like, hopping back onto Canvas and doing the assignments that I have left to do. Because I have there's 2 assignments left for the 29th. One of them is kind of long, though. One of them's a homework assignment, so I might skip forward and do some of April's work instead of doing the two things that are due for the 29th, because one of them is homework, and the homeworks are... Oh wait, no, that homework is for the... Hold on. Did I have to do all of the 29th and some of the 1st today? Hold on. Look at my grades. What time is it in game? It's not there yet. Where's my cursor? Come here. Canvas. Pop onto canvas. And look at what I'm working on. This is... Go to grades. Because the app, I was looking at it on the app, but the app organizes things a little weirdly, and on the browser, it'll actually organize it by due date. So I have two things left that were supposed to be due on the 29th. One of them is a written response, which probably would be subpar if I tried to do it today, because I'd be trying to get through it pretty quickly. And one of them is a simulation, which shouldn't take very long. I don't want to leave it for tomorrow, because the thing is, if I leave it for tomorrow, it's going to end up making it harder for me to finish everything before the free trial runs out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 51, 51. And when does my, how many days till my free trial ends? 11. So 51 divided by 11. Yeah, 4.65. So slightly still on target. Wait until you come down, yeah. I mean, I could just wake up early tomorrow. I'll just leave it for tomorrow, because I don't want to do subpar work. I mean, I want to finish it fast, but I want to finish it well. Like right now, my grade point average for this class is 95.3. Yeah, you agree with me too, huh? Our relationship changed. Okay. Wow, that gave me a lot. Collect the flowstone near the ruins, collect the flowstone near the exit, collect the flowstone near water, collect the flowstone near barrels, collect the flowstone up high. So you just gave me a whole lot of stuff to do, didn't you, my guy? Alright, I guess that's the next slew of missions that we have. So as of right now, oh, actually, I should make it 10 days, because that would be, but yeah, I'd have to. I'm gonna have to play catch up again tomorrow. I have to do 2 things for the 29th, the 2 things that were due on the 1st of April, and 3 of the things that are due on April 3rd. And that'll catch me up and put me on target to finish before the trial runs out. Because basically it's like I activated the free trial of the textbook, which gives me access to the digital version of the textbook and the access code, a temporary access to the lab, to the My Lab IT, which is where I have to do the graded assignments and the final actually too. So tomorrow's Friday, right?
Yeah.
I can do it. I can do it. I can definitely do it. Yeah, I do gotta catch up on Palia, and then I gotta do some more streaming, but man, those $7. All for those $7. Well, it's not really $7. Here's the thing. If I buy the textbook, I have to come out of pocket $7, but if I don't buy the textbook, I get to keep the $125 that the VA sent me for textbooks. So, like, as of right now, I'm holding that until I can figure out if I'm actually going to be able to finish this class in 2 weeks. Can I do it? More than likely. I have the capacity. I am capable of doing it. Is it ideal? No, kind of not. I mean, it's a little excessive. Because that's not, oh gosh, that's the wrong kind of arrow. This arrow is what I need. That's a waste of a flare. Oh well.
I'm having fun trying to find out
So he said he'll give me the $7.
Uncle always
He does.
Oh, 200% interest rate. But I'm having fun just like, okay, what is Grammarly's premium suggestion? Probably this. Let's try it. Okay, it's gone away. That's what I was suggesting.
Yeah, Teddy, but it's not just $7. I'm not just saving $7 if I finish the class in 14 days. I'm earning $125. Because that's the thing. If I have to buy the textbook, it's not just that I'm coming out of pocket $7. It's that I get to keep the textbook money. So I get to keep $125. When I was just thinking like the VA is just paying for my textbook, I was like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. I don't care about the price of textbooks, it's not a big deal. Like, I don't care. You know? I don't care. The VA is paying for it anyways. And when I was thinking that I would use, because they can authorize me at the college, they can authorize me a temporary book voucher. They just won't charge the VA for it because the VA is supposed to send me a textbook stipend. So they'll give me a temporary book voucher. They'll give me a book voucher and I have to pay it back. So that whenever the VA sends me the money for textbooks, I use that money and I pay the school because I'll have an outstanding balance at the bookstore. Like a pending balance at the bookstore. But when the VA is fronting the bill, I don't care about the textbooks, okay? So I was annoyed that they didn't send me enough to actually cover the textbook and the access code that I needed for this class. And then I just had this moment of like, but I have the free trial. And the free trial is 14 days. So, if I don't buy the textbook, but I finish this class in 14 days, not only do I not have to come out of pocket $7, I earn $125. And a whole lot of free time. Because, like, the class runs through the end of May. So it's not like, yeah. I'll still be, you know, the class will be going, but I'll be done with it. Like, I'll already have my grade and just be waiting on May where so I can show up at the registrar's office and pay for my graduation. Well, it's not really for the graduation. You have to pay to get your diploma. Fun times. But I could just show up and like, here's my monies. Take more of my monies and give me my piece of paper. It's just the principle, man. Like, I can keep the 125 for textbooks if I finish the class in 14 days. And I think I can do it. But I basically figured, like, if I end up not being able to actually do it, I'm just gonna do as much work as I can, and then on the, buy the textbook on the 1st. Because then, like, by the 1st, it'll be about right around the time where I get my VA disability, so paying for the textbook, even if paying for the textbook, I'll just be like, this $125 doesn't mean that much, because, like, I just got paid. And it lasts about 2 seconds in my checking account, because I gotta pay bills. But I'd 1,000,000 times rather have the capacity to pay my bills. I need some monies. In-game and in real life. In real life, it would also be nice. Let me go get the seed packets. I don't know why I put the seed packs away. Boop, boop, boop. Because I was thinking about the math, the crazy math that I did. And see, the thing is, John was like, just pay the $7. Actually, I hadn't thought about tax, and I was talking to John about it, and John was like, just pay the $5. And I was like, look, it's the principle, okay? I got 14 days of free textbook access.
Hey, good. You got some spare AAAs?
I do have some AAAs, actually.
Thank you for those spare AAAs.
But then, buy my cushion with the maybe. Here you go. Your batteries left. Your mouse.
It's blinking. Oh.
Buy my cushion. Maybe. We'll see. What are you mostly done? Nice.
There's a test worth of questions.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's another test with me.
Yeah, the other half of my struggle is that with John being in cyber school, if I'm not here to be like, hey, do your schooling, he's just like, la la la, school, what is school? School for who? He'd just be pretending like he doesn't know that he's to be doing his classes. Well, actually, I do, hold on, that's not, I also kind of give him a pass, and I shouldn't, but, you know, I kind of give him a pass whenever my brother is over, because, you know, I know that he misses him a lot. So I know that even if I forced him to, like, no, go do your schoolwork, I know your uncle's here, but go do your schoolwork, he won't really be able to focus. So, you know, it'd be like a waste of time.
It's also, you can't really keep track of the time.
You choose not to.
No, I don't want to. So
Yeah,
brain,
you choose not to.
So my brain subconsciously just predicts that the clock right here exists.
Hmm.
I think it is just I don't want to realize it's time. So that's my brain actively tries to do.
I'm gonna have to move the clock up so it's at eye level, because you conveniently placed your cell phone right in front of the clock.
It's so convenient, but it's
I bought him a whole clock. I bought him a colorful LED clock. so that he can stop pretending like he can't see the time. And what does he do? He props his cell phone up in front of the clock.
And what else?
Put it somewhere else.
Where?
Somewhere else on the table. What is this white thing? What is this? Any red meat? What?
That's what we call a missing
What?
texture.
Yeah. Okay.
We're missing texture. That means some classic missing texture.
That doesn't look like red meat, but okay.
Look, it's just it's red meat and Caucasian.
So, I am going to call it a stream. We're at about an hour and a half. And it's 11, so I still have time to do one more class assignment. You understand? I am going to see, okay. It's gotten to the point. So I care about the money to a certain degree, right? The $7 is not the big deal. Keeping the 125 is kind of like what's motivating me more when it comes to money, because $7 is $7. But here's the thing. Once I got that into my head, and I know it's crazy. Yeah, I know it's a lot. But once I got it into my head, I just had this thing like, but can I? I just kind of got it into my head like, I think I could do it though. Like, after so Wednesday, when I was kind of like, meh, because of all the issues with the not being able to sleep, to not sleep well, I was like, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. And then when I woke up today and I was feeling better because I had a good restful sleep, and I woke up like at 8ish at a normal time, not 5 in the morning because of the dog. I felt so refreshed, and when I sat down and I started doing schoolwork, it was like, oh yeah, this is not a big deal. I could do this. This is yeah. I can get so much work done. And I just felt like I can do this. I think I could do this. So like the money almost became secondary to just like, can I beat this challenge? I feel like I just took on a game challenge, and I'm like, I can do this. I can do this because I did the calculations, and I think I could beat this challenge. So I'm like, I think I can do this. So now I'm like, yeah, I like the money, but also, can I cram 16 weeks of school into 2 weeks? Because this is an accelerated class, but it's all the material for the work. So like they turned a 16-week class into an 8-week class, and they're always saying like, stay on top of it. Each day has like two to three assignments that are graded assignments that are due, and some days have 2 days have 4, and it's like that, where it wouldn't be that way in a 16-week class. You'd have like one assignment due per day at most, so you'd have like 3 assignments per week, and now you're looking at about easily up to like anywhere from 9 to like 12 assignments per week in an 8-week class. But I'm like, I think I can condense this further. I mean, if I was taking one of my neuroscience classes, like, no, I don't think I could cram it into 2 weeks. But this is a computer class, and it's also a computer class I've already taken. So I kind of like know some of the material already. And now I'm just like, challenge accepted. I will try to make this work. So, like, there's a part of me that was like, yeah, I can just buy the textbook. But I've already started this challenge. Let's see how far we can get. So my aim is to be done. So my trial period ends March 25th. And my goal, the ultimate goal, is to be done with it by the 24th. Because, well, I think I'm gonna have to buy the textbook anyways. Here's what I realized. I have to, the final, I'm pretty sure I need access for the final. And I don't know if my school, well, my school might be open because there's assignments that were due the 25th. I'll have to get a proctor for the test, and I could get a proctor at the school. If the school is open at the 25th for me to go to the testing center and take this final, and I'm already up to the point of taking the final, I am going to finish this course by the 25th when my trial period ends. But if not, I'm not gonna stop. Like, I'm still gonna run through it. And if by the end of my trial period, like, all I have left is the final, I'm gonna talk to my professor, see if I can finagle something instead of paying for the textbook. Because it's just like, it's just the final left, though. Like, is there any way you can put it on a different platform for me? Like, but since I realized that the final is on the website that I, with the textbook, my lab, I came to the realization that because I needed to be proctored, there's a chance that even if I finish the coursework on time, I may not be able to get a slot for proctoring before the trial period runs out. So I already kind of came to peace with the terms, with the fact that more than likely I'm still going to have to buy the textbook to, like, be able to take the final. But if I can pull this off, I'm gonna be so happy. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll do it on the Discord. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll put it on the Discord. We're just gonna have daily check-ins because since I'm cramming so much schoolwork, since I'm trying to condense 16 weeks of content, school content, into 2 weeks of free trial, I may not be able to stream again for like another 3 days. So I'll probably stream Sunday, but not Saturday and not tomorrow. But I will keep you guys posted on the Discord what my progress is. So that is housekeeping. For now, I'm probably going down to, essentially, let me summarize my long diatribe. I will more than likely be streaming only 1 to 2 times a week until March 25th when my trial period runs out, because I'm going ham on this coursework and I'm gonna see how much I can get done before the free trial runs out. Now, ultimate goal is to be done with everything but the final. But I'm still gonna pedal to the metal, see how much I can get done. Even if that goal ends up being unrealistic and I get burned out a little bit and I can't actually complete all of it before the free trial, I'm still going utterly ham to see how much coursework I can cram into 2 weeks. Just to see. I just want to see what I'm capable of. So I'll probably keep streams down to like 2 times a week. And if y'all don't see me, that is why. It is because I am going ridiculous at schoolwork and I just don't have the capacity. We need to do a cooking party. There's an achievement for cooking with friends. Okay. I will more than likely stream on Sunday. So we should all get together on Sunday and do some streaming. Since it's the weekend, I should be able to stream a little bit earlier in the day. And since I don't have any anything happening on Sunday to do with my services, I can't do it on Saturday because they are actually coming out on Saturday to run new cables from the pole to the house so that I get they're hoping that fixes me not getting the speeds that I'm paying for. So Saturday's not really something I'm even going to put on the schedule as far as trying to stream. So more than likely I'll stream on Sunday and we should have a cooking party. Cooking party! So yeah, that's the schedule then. I am going to be back here to stream and do a cooking party on Sunday. And y'all join the Discord so that pop this up here. Actually, I need to change the Discord address that's on this card. So y'all disregard that card. I'm just gonna put it into the chat again. The Discord. I'm gonna keep everyone posted on my chaotic shenanigans of college on the Discord. So sign up to the Discord. Follow along with the shenanigans. Shenaniganery of me trying to turn my 16-week course into a 2-week course. See if we can pull it off. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Do not forget to do all of the social media things, the likes, the follows, the subscribes, and I will see you guys on Sunday, barring any major issues. So follow on the socials, That's not how you spell that, but that's fine. Y'all know what I mean. Got it in the chats. Tell him to go home. It's fine. It'll send him home anyways when I log off, because I'm about to do some school. How's your progress going? Okay, well, it doesn't look like ELA on your screen.
Well, if I continue to do that, I'll probably keep going until tomorrow.
Then I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good morning, good night, good evening, wherever you are and whatever time it is. I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next